Hello everyone, my name is Akash Patel and welcome back to my presentation on cloud computing fundamentals and a global AWS Global Infrastructure. So this presentation is a part of my database design development too and follows my AWS certified machine learning engineering associate learning journey. So today I will discuss cloud computing fundamentals, AWS global infrastructure, and why cloud technologies are becoming increasingly important in a modern technology environments. So we will also learn how AWS builds reliable cloud systems and how cloud technology supports future machine learning and data-driven applications. So let's begin. So before we start, let's quickly review our learning objectives for this presentation. So by the end of this presentation, we will understand the concept cloud computing and why it has become important in today's technology industry. We will identify major benefits of cloud computing such as scalability, flexibility, reliability, and cost optimization. We will also discuss AWS global infrastructure, including AWS regions and availability zone. Another objective is understanding how AWS provide reliable and availability using distributed cloud architecture. Finally, we will recognize how cloud technology supports future machine learning systems and data-driven applications. So now let's start by understanding cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? So cloud computing is the delivery of computing resources such as storage, servers, networking, and database through the internet instead of depending completely on local physical systems. So in traditional environments, organizations often need to purchase expensive hardware, maintain physical servers, and manage infrastructure inside office buildings. So cloud computing changes this approach. So organizations can now access computing resources whenever needed without maintaining large physical systems themselves. So cloud service help business improve efficiency and reduce operational complexity. Another important advantage is scalability. For example, if a business suddenly receive more customers, cloud resource can increase to support demand. If demand become lower, resource can be reduced again. This flexibility help organizations save costs. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine a company storing customers' files. Traditionally, the company may need physical storage, servers inside their office. Using AWS cloud storage, file can instead be stored securely in cloud environments without maintaining expensive hardwares. This makes systems easier to manage while improving flexibility and accessibility. So, cloud computing has become one of the most important technologies supporting modern applications today. Let's move to the next slides. So, let's say that traditional computing versus cloud computing. Now, let's compare traditional computing and cloud computing. So, before cloud technologies become popular, organizations mainly depend on traditional infrastructure. So, traditional infrastructure usually require companies to purchase hardware, maintain physical servers, and install networking equipments inside office or data centers. So, this approach often become expensive. If a company grows and needs more computing power, additional hardware must be purchased and installed. So this process takes time and increases operational cost. Infrastructure maintenance is another challenge. Organizations may need IT terms to monitor systems, perform updates, and manage hardware failure. Cloud computing provides a different solutions. Instead of buying physical infrastructure, organization can use cloud resources whenever needed. Resources can be provisions quickly without waiting for hardware installing. Cloud computing Also reduce infrastructure management responsibilities. Cloud provides AWS manage much of the underlying infrastructure. Another major advantage is scalability. So organization can increase service during high demand period and reduce resource when demand decreases. So this improve flexibility and help business operators efficiently. Cloud computing has changed how organizations build and manage technology systems. So let's move to the next slides. So let's see the benefit of cloud computing. So the first benefit is scalability. Scalability means computing resource can increase or decrease depending on application requirement. For example, during online shopping event like holiday sales, companies may experience heavy traffic. Cloud systems also organize to quickly increase resource to handle higher demand. After traffic decrease, resource can be reduced again. The second benefit is cost optimization. Organizations only pay for resource they actually use. So instead of purchasing expense hardware upfront, companies can manage cost more efficiently. The next benefit is reliability. Providers use distributed infrastructure to reduce downtime risks. Even if one system experiences issues, services can continue operating through backup infrastructure. Flexibility is another important advantage. Teams can securely access cloud resources from multiple locations. Employee can work remotely while still using cloud applications. The final benefit is security. Cloud environments provide security services, monitoring capabilities, and protection mechanisms that help organization improve system security. Together, these benefits explain why cloud computing continue growing across many industries. Let's move to the next slides. So now let's understand AWS Global Infrastructure. AWS operate cloud infrastructure across multiple geographic locations around the world. This large infrastructure help AWS provide reliable cloud service to organization globally. AWS infrastructure include three important components. The first component is regions. Regions are geographic areas where AWS data center operate. Organization can choose region based on business requirements, customer location, and compliance need. The second component is availability zone. Availability zone are separate isolated facility located within AWS regions. These facilities help improve reliability and fault tolerance. If one availability zone experiences issues, system can continue operating from another location. The third component is edge location. Edge location improve content delivery performance. They help reduce latency and improve user experience. For example, when people access website or cloud applications, edge location help deliver information faster. AWS Global Infrastructure design support reliability, scalability, and performance. These global distribution help AWS reduce cloud service efficiently or to organization around the world. Now let's discuss AWS region and availability zone in more detail. AWS regions are dependent geographic area that contain AWS infrastructure resources. AWS build region in different part of the world. Two organizations can choose location based on their business needs. For example, a company serving customer in North America may choose a nearby AWS region to improve performance and reduce delays. Inside every region, AWS provide availability zones. Availability zones are physically separated facilities within a region. So these separate facilities improve system reliability and availability. Why is this important? If one availability zone experience hardware problem or technical failure, application can continue running from another availability zone. This reduces the risk of complete service interruption. Another major advantage is disaster recovery planning. Organizations often distribute systems across multiple availability zones to improve business continuity. Let's talk. Let's take a simple example. Let's imagine an online shopping application. If the application may depend on one infrastructure location and that location fails, user may lose access. However, if application operate across multiple availability zone, services can continue running with minimal interruption. This architecture help AWS provide reliable cloud services. Let's move to the next slides. Now let's understand an important AWS security concept called shared responsibility model. So security is one of the most critical part of cloud computing. AWS and customers both play important role in protecting cloud environment. AWS manage security of the cloud, customer manage security in the cloud. Let's first discuss AWS responsibility. So AWS handle physical infrastructure protection. This includes protection data centers, networking systems, and cloud hardware. AWS also performs hardware maintenance and infrastructure security management. Now let's discuss customer responsibilities. So customer manage identity management. This means controlling who can access cloud resources. So customer also manage user permissions and data security settings. For example, if organization create cloud storage, AWS protects the infrastructure itself. However, the customer decide who can view file and what permissions user receive. These security models help organization clearly understand security responsibilities while using AWS services. Let's go to the next slides. So now let's understand why cloud technology has become extremely important today. So modern organization process large amount of information every day. So cloud technology supports application development, analytics systems, and modern data processing environments. So cloud environments provide large-scale storage capabilities. Organization can store large amount of information without maintaining expensive physical system. Cloud technologies also provide flexible computing resources. Companies can quickly increase computing power when workload increase. Another important benefit is faster deployment process. Deployment teams can build and launch application much faster using cloud infrastructure. Cloud environments also provide infrastructure support for machine learning and analytics workloads. Machine learning systems often require storage, computing resources, and scalability. Cloud technologies make these requirements easier to manage. Today, cloud computing has become an important foundation for modern technology environments. So, many organizations continue adopting cloud technologies because cloud systems improve flexibility, reliability, and operational efficiency. Let's move to the next slides. Now let's review some important points from today's presentation. So first, cloud computing provides flexible access to technology resources. Operations can access storage, computing power, and networking resource through cloud performance platforms. Second, AWS infrastructure supports scalability and reliability. AWS Global Infrastructure helps organizations build stable and efficient systems. Third, AWS region and availability zone improve system availability and reduce service interruption risk. Organizations also benefit from cloud flexibility and operational efficiency. Finally, cloud computing continue playing an important role in future technology development, including machine learning and data-driven systems. So, understanding this cloud foundation create a strong base for learning advanced AWS technology in the future. That's it. So, this brings us the end of today's presentation on cloud computing fundamentals and AWS Global Infrastructure. Thank you for watching this presentation and supporting this AWS learning journey. I hope this presentation helped explain cloud computing concepts and AWS infrastructure fundamentals in a simple and understandable way. If you found this presentation helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to support AWS learning and technology education. I would like I would like to give special thanks to my professor, Dr. Victor Govindaswamy, for guidance, encouragements, supports, and helping students strengthen practical cloud computing and technology skills. Thank you, everyone, for your time and attention. Hope a wonderful day. Thank you.